Cupcakes and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am doing this EDC inspired robot. Let's go. To start, I'm coating my eyebrows with a glue stick. I do about 7 or 8 layers to completely coat my whole eyebrow. I also brush those hairs down because you do want them to lay as flat as possible so that you don't see any of the little hairs sticking out when you go to cover them. With black eyeshadow and a painting brush, I'm now starting to draw out where I'm going to be drawing that robot and where the paint is going to be going. To come up with the design, I did look at a bunch of different images on Google and Pinterest and just all around the internet of what I wanted to do and then molding it into my own. I definitely wanted to see some fun rainbow wiring throughout the face and the neck, and I definitely wanted this to be very colorful inspired, of course, because EDC is all about life and it's fun and full of color and vibrance. With a paddle brush and white body paint, I'm now starting to paint the areas of my face that are going to be completely white. I started off with this little panel brush at first, and then I switched over to using a sponge. I don't know, I still always gravitate towards a sponge if I'm going to be doing a larger area. I'm priming my eyes with the Anastasia Beverly Hill eyeshadow primer, and I'm blending that out with a fluffy brush, getting that all over the area that I do want the eye makeup to be touching. With another fluffy brush and yellow eyeshadow, I'm starting this gradient of a rainbow eyelid. I'm going in with an orange eyeshadow next to that, and then a red eyeshadow next to that as a gradient, and then a purple eyeshadow next to that, and I'm blending it in. I'm using the same eyeshadow brush all throughout on my eyelids just because that's the easiest, and I just wipe it off on a piece of cloth that I have. On my right side, I'm starting to blend out a blue color up to my temples. I'm just trying to blend that out as best as possible. Sometimes it is a bit difficult to blend eyeshadow on top of body paint, and it did look a little bit spotty and sparse, but I decided I really liked how that looked. It kind of looked painterly. I'm going in with black body paint and filling in all of the areas that I put a little X mark so that I know that's where it's going to be black. With white body paint and a small liner brush, I'm now drawing out the lines of where the wires are going to be at. I also zoned out and forgot to paint this area black, so that's what I'm doing. I felt like I needed to draw something that was going to separate my eyeshadow from the forehead, so I just started drawing out this little wavy line. And then I drew them unevenly, so I started drawing little lines on this side to essentially blend in my mistake, but I ended up really liking how that turned out. I'm going over the areas that I had previously sketched out in black eyeshadow with black body paint. I haven't quite figured out where to put my mirror at, so that's why you see me like up close and then further away. It's just because I can't see, I'm blind. I'll get this figured out. I'm going in with some neon paints. These are from Karl, and I really don't care for them. They always come out too transparent, and you have to do so many layers on top, and I just don't enjoy that. But what I'm doing here is just doing a rainbow of different colors underneath my eye for these like cyber lines. With those same paints, I'm now going over the white lines that I drew out for the wiring. With eyeliner, I'm drawing out these lines right above the black opened areas to kind of give it some three-dimensional, looks like you're looking inside type deal. And with a small concealer brush and black eyeshadow, I'm just shading around those areas inside of where I believe that shadow would be at to make it look 3D. I'm also adding a white highlight on the inside of the eyeshadow area just to make that pop a little bit. I'm taking some black eyeshadow and just going around my forehead to give that a bit of shadow. With black body paint, I'm starting to draw these like little panels, and with black eyeshadow, I'm just going inside of those and shading those as well. I'm also drawing out a line to connect it to my mouth. I felt like there needed to be something there in that area, so I'm just drawing that out with black body paint. And starting with the neck, I'm just drawing out a type of tube with black body paint and then filling in all that rest of the area with black body paint. I'm drawing out a line around the neck, kind of to make it look like it has a collar. With white body paint, I'm filling in the area that I didn't fill in with black. And I'm also going in with the same white body paint and adding those wires in the neck as well. With a small painting brush, I'm filling in the empty space between the neck and my chest, and then I'm also going in with a sponge and painting my chest and shoulders and a little bit of my arms to blend that all the way down. With black body paint, I'm drawing all of these horizontal lines all the way up and down that tube. With black eyeshadow, I'm blending out the sides of that tubing to make it look like it's further back. On top of the white body paint, I am also taking another white oil-based body paint and putting that on top of it so that I can put some neon pigments on top of that and they'll stick. So I'm going in with these Makeup a Murder pigments and stacking them on top of each of those wires. I also went back and redid all of the ones on my face as well using the same method. I just didn't record it because this video would have been like 15 minutes long. Just taking the white NYX cream paint and going right on top of the white body paint that we did, and then you're just going to pat that pigment on top of it. You don't want to try sweeping it across it because it's gonna skip unless you have a whole lot of pigment on there, and then you're gonna get a lot of fallout. So just pat it on there nicely and take your time. This was very time consuming, so just be patient with yourself and give yourself some time. Off camera, I just drew some quick little lines for the chest and the shoulders, and then I'm going in with different colored eyeshadows to give it this like rainbow effect that like the armor itself was colorful and bring the color down to the chest as well. I'm just taking a bunch of different rainbow colors and trying to blend each of them together as best as possible on top of that body paint. I'm using the Rude Cosmetics palette as well as the Mayron Intense Pigments. I just used a mix of both of those for whatever was working for me at the time. Using some old face jewels, I cut them apart, and then with eyelash glue, I'm just gluing down those stars to my chest and my face. I definitely redid this daisy on my forehead like 3 different times, and finally it came out at the very end. So what I did is I just put down the eyeshadows first to kind of map out where that daisy was going to be, and then with NYX's white cream paint, I just painted over top of the eyeshadow and then packed the pigment on top of that. It does seem a little redundant that I did it that way, but I just couldn't get the daisy to look the way I wanted it to, and I guess maybe I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. Going in with a little bit of black eyeshadow, I just started carving out a little bit of the tip of my nose and the sides just to give it a little bit more contour so it didn't just look plain and white. I'm also taking black eyeshadow to map out how I'm going to be drawing the mouth, and then with black body paint, I'm filling that whole area in, and then with a green highlighter, I'm just putting that on top of the lips with my finger so that it just gets the max intensity that it could be. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and for anybody who was planning on going to EDC that didn't go, my heart's with you. I feel it, but we will go the next time. I love you guys so much. If you guys enjoyed the video, please make sure to give it a like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.